Alright, let's talk about the Google Pixel 11, because honestly, there's a lot of buzz, and I've got some thoughts. First off, Google's timing is interesting, right after Samsung's big reveal. It's like they're saying, hey, don't forget about us. But here's the thing, Google's approach feels different. They're not just about specs, they're about experience. And that's where the Pixel 11 might shine, or stumble. Let's dive in. So, the launch event is set for August 12th, and Google's pulling out all the stops with Trevor Noah hosting. Personally, I think this is a smart move. It's not just a tech event, it's entertainment. But here's what's really interesting, Google's already teasing the Pixel 11 Pro, Pro Fold, and Pixel Watch 5. What does this tell us? Google's not just competing with Samsung or Apple, they're building an ecosystem. And that's a game changer. In my opinion, this is Google's way of saying, we're not just a phone company, we're a lifestyle brand. Now, let's talk pricing. The rumored prices are, well, ouch. The Pixel 11 Pro Fold at $1,899? That's a $400 jump from last year. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just about the phone, it's about positioning. Google's trying to compete in the premium space, but at what cost? Literally. If you take a step back and think about it, this could alienate their core audience, who've always loved Pixel for its value. Personally, I think Google's walking a tightrope here. One thing that immediately stands out is the Pixel Glow HiLight. It's a small change, but it's fascinating. A multicolored LED light module in the camera bar? It's not just a gimmick, it's about personalization. What this really suggests is that Google's thinking about how we interact with our phones when they're not in our hands. A detail I find fascinating is how this ties into the broader trend of ambient computing. Google's not just making a phone, they're making a device that's aware of its environment. But here's the question, will people care? Or is it just another feature we'll forget about in 6 months? Now, let's talk specs. The base Pixel 11 is rumored to have a 6.3-inch OLED display, Tensor G6 processor, and a 48MP main camera. Sounds solid, right? But here's the kicker, the telephoto lens is reportedly gone. Personally, I think this is a mistake. In a world where camera versatility is king, removing a lens feels like a step backward. What makes this really interesting is how it contrasts with the Pro models, which are rumored to have a 120x digital zoom. It's like Google saying, if you want the best, you'll have to pay for it. Speaking of the Pro models, the 12GB RAM variant is a curious addition. From my perspective, this feels like a cost-cutting measure disguised as a feature. But what it really implies is that Google's trying to balance performance with affordability, or at least the illusion of it. And the Pixel 11 Pro Fold? With an 8-inch inner display and a 48MP wide camera, it's clearly targeting the foldable market. But here's the thing, foldables are still a niche. Is Google too late to the party? Or are they just getting started? What this all raises is a deeper question. What is Google's identity in 2026? Are they the value brand? The premium player? The innovator? Personally, I think they're still figuring it out. And that's what makes the Pixel 11 so intriguing. It's not just a phone, it's a statement. But whether it's the right statement remains to be seen. So, here's my closing thought, Google's playing a high-stakes game with the Pixel 11. They're pushing boundaries with design, pricing, and features, but they're also taking risks. Will it pay off? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this is a launch worth watching. What do you think? Are you excited for the Pixel 11, or is Google losing its way? Let me know in the comments below.